We've done a lot of preparation leading up to the virtual meeting. Today we're going to focus on delivering masterful virtual meetings.
Right, and there's a lot that has to be done when you are being masterful in virtual meetings. So first thing you want to do is make sure you have your first 3 questions teed up before you get on a virtual meeting to get dialogue started. Remember, we do not want to show up and throw up. We got to start a relationship, and the way we do that is the same as you would on a face-to-face meeting. So figure out those 3 what I would call chit-chat questions in order to get dialogue started.
And it's almost like trust talk versus small talk. It can feel like it's chit chat or small talk, but it really does set the stage for building trust with the person. So it's worthwhile to be able to do that bit of rapport to build trust before we get into the purpose of the meeting. And then what we recommend in that segue, almost picture yourself walking down the hallway from, they picked you up at the opening room or the receptionist area, and now you're walking down the hallway to the conference room. That same is true virtually, where you transition to the agenda page. So first, you want to have a welcome page ready and have that presentation set whenever you first get on the virtual meeting. You know, we've talked about how it sets you apart and gives you a competitive advantage from everybody else. Nobody else does this.
Right, exactly. Also, when you hear the ding, say hello. Have you ever had it where you're on a virtual meeting and somebody can't get on virtually, but they can on the phone and the ding goes? Make sure that you say something to that person who is actually coming on to the meeting. There's always those cut points where somebody will stop. And that's when, hey, I see that somebody's joined, especially if you can't see where that is. Nobody likes the stalker.
We just had that the other day where there was 5 people on a meeting, 4 with us, all on video, and then someone else joined and you just have the black box and their call in. Have a deliberate pause in conversation. It may or may not be a ding depending on the platform, but you'll be able to see, Mike, I see you joined us. Hello, good afternoon today. And just something where you pull them into the conversation. We see you, you see us, even if they don't have their camera on.
Right. And have clear expectations and communicate them. Let them know why we are meeting. That's important with, again, like you spoke about, an agenda page, because that really will tell the person why we are meeting.
So we've talked about having an agenda within the body of your invite. Whenever you're sending an invite, it's really that same agenda that is at the start of the meeting. So let me make sure and verify the agenda that we were planning on today. It's a nice segue taking us from the chit chat, trust talk into now we're getting set for the virtual meeting. So literally take them to an agenda page. Here's what we looked at covering today. Is this accurate? Is there anything else? This is needed more than anything on a virtual because you do have to be a good manager of time.
Right.
And if you mismanage that time and you were only given, like I was the other day, just 30 minutes from something I normally plan an hour for, you'll mismanage that last 5 minutes and you'll end the call without the clear action items that you set out for.
And that's the key, is having those clear action steps. What do you want to have happen when the meeting is over?
We've talked about earlier where one of the virtual meeting frustrations is if you can see someone multitasking. You can see those kinds of things. And it's very important to pay attention to that so that we can see if we're losing them.
Right.
But being very mindful that there are short attention spans.
Right. So if you think about it, and this is crazy, the average attention span of a goldfish. Marissa, do you know what the average attention span of a goldfish is?
I have never measured the average attention span of a goldfish.
Well, somebody has, and it is 9 seconds. Now, the average attention span of an adult is less than a goldfish. It's actually 8 seconds. It used to be 12, but it's gone down. Which means in a virtual meeting, we got to make sure we're keeping their attention. We need to guide the conversation to where we want it to go, but keeping in mind that we also need to keep their attention in an environment that really invites many distractions.
It does invite a lot of distractions. So this is all the tools to help you deliver masterful virtual presentations and really get the outcomes that you're setting out for in your pre-call planning so that you achieve what you're looking to achieve.